My father did pass away, finally, of a dementia. But because he kept reversing it, no one knew what it was. And they all ruled out Alzheimer's. So when he ordered his own autopsy, which is pretty unprecedented, the University of Minnesota actually, and Mayo Clinic had a big, there's right there, had a big tug of war, but the university won out because my dad went there for both his undergrad and his DDS, and all of us went to the University of Minnesota, and they're pretty close. So when the university won, and they got my dad's brain, they did the autopsy, they called us in, and they said your dad had Alzheimer's. And we were disappointed in a way, because he thought he was gonna help just this group of people like him that were always being misdiagnosed. And if you've had this diagnosis, you have Alzheimer's, there is no cure, there really isn't a treatment, that's a devastation. And he had it 10 times. So he was thinking in his mind, he was gonna help this small group of people. So did we. So when we found out it was Alzheimer's, at first we were disappointed. But then they said, let's look at his brain. Not only did it have the pathology that absolutely confirms this diagnosis, which is tons and tons of protein, the brain is actually well preserved. What did he do? So then we started sharing all this information. And the university said, we want to do a lab. We're gonna look for money from the NIH, NIA for 2 years. And unfortunately, they weren't funding the microbial infectious hypothesis of Alzheimer's. Those are the 2 meds my dad took, is inconsistent with that particular hypothesis. And as an FYI, that's the oldest hypothesis. It was originated with Alzheimer's, a colleague of Alzheimer's. So it goes back 100 years. And it's emerging right now because Alzheimer's theory, that protein that's sitting in the brain of an Alzheimer's person is killing the brain, we are debunking that now. That protein can sit on a neuron for the rest of its life and nothing will happen to the neuron. It's the inflammation. So, with my father, he is now passed, the university, they cannot get money. They call me up and say, you can have your dad's brain back because we can't move this forward without money. So what did I do? I went to work. So I stepped up. That's who I am. My middle name, tenacity times 10. No kidding. I don't rest because this is amazing. If you saw what I saw and then you were told you can have the brain back, absolutely not. This might be why science doesn't move things forward. Money. So I created the Curing Alzheimer's Disease Foundation and just put a pause on that. Somebody actually, believe it or not, asked me, why did you name your foundation the Curing Alzheimer's Disease Foundation? As a journalist and a marketing person, I said, because that's what we intend to do. And they actually thought, why would you want to do that? That question actually holds me